Let's bring it. I see a veteran up in here, man. MJ. Let's bring in my good friend, man. How you doing, brother? I know you got a lot to say about scam. I know you
What
got
up,
a lot to
man?
say.
That's his name, Dorman Scam. I'm
The
gonna tell
way
y'all the
you
truth, bro. I
make
hate to
me
tell you.
feel
I'm gonna
these
be honest with you,
days.
Dan.
Tell me, bro.
As a Laker, you guys got to stop thinking of mediocre.
Some getting dry for you,
The
baby
dude,
girl.
now y'all got on one channel, they say the players are trash
Smoke a nigga top for
on
you,
this one channel.
baby girl.
He's talking about you right now, the locker room.
The
He said
way
all the
you
players are
make
trash.
me feel these days.
Bro, it's time to talk about Austin Reeves, bro. I promise you, I'm about to start putting this man in convos that some of y'all not ready for. Austin
Some
East
getting
top
dry
20 so
for
far
you,
this NBA
baby
season. The buckets that
girl.
he getting, the numbers he posting up, is ridiculous, bro. I said this like last year, bro. Austin
Smoke a
Reeves, third
nigga
option.
top
He
for
better than
you,
some of your first
baby
options. Some of y'all sat
girl.
there and thought I was tripping. Y'all thought I was lying, but no. We here, baby. We here.
It's every year. This is Austin Reeves. Every year. And I don't want to make videos like this. I don't. I know I have to. I know I'm critical, but he wants $40 million, even $30 million. He wasn't even a $15 million player last night. Rui has been better in the 3 games Reeves has played than Austin Reeves. I'd rather give Rui $30 million than give Reeves this. You know, like, again, he's a Laker. I don't want to have to come on and criticize him and talk about how cheeks he is and all this stuff. I don't.
I wanna get back everything, cause it means so much to me.
We are back, folks. We are back, man. What is going on, folks? We are most definitely back, man. And yeah, man, as you guys can see by the title of the show, man, the Lakers are officially cooked, folks. The Lakers are cooked, and that is what we are here to discuss today, folks. So yeah, shout out to everybody that's tuned in, man. Shout out to King J. What's going on, man? We got payroll Justin. He said the scammy Indian. Okay, we got F You Mean. What's going on, man? Shout out to Strikeavelli. Anubis, you said the Lakers you said the Lakers fans will watch as Bron goes to another team and wins a championship. Shout out to Tyler Passins 917. What up, man? We got Victor, keep it 100. What's going on, man? We got Tax the Prophet, the big dog, Bob the Builder. He said the LA Circus Show. Jay Dixon, what up, man? You said it's time to get Fraud Palenka out of office? Listen, dude, I think it's a little too late for all that, man. I think it's just a little bit too little too late. Y'all do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, and drop a like on the video. So yeah, I wake up today and people are hitting me up. And they sent me a tweet by Scams Sharania. Okay, they send me a tweet by Scams, and so yeah, 6 hours ago, right? We get this update from Scams. So Scams, he tweets out, he says, the Fakers are hiring former Pelicans Vice President of Strategy and Operations, Rohan Ramadas, as an assistant general manager under President Rob Pelinka. Sources tell me and Dave McMenamin. The Lakers have interviewed candidates to bolster their front office. So, let's just stop it right here, okay? This is funny because a lot of you dudes, you go to, Fakers Nation, you go to the Faker Collective Pod Trash, and I be seeing you dudes over there, right? You dudes send Trevor, super chats, Jovan super chats. You guys are like, hey, Jovan, what do you think? Should we go get Trey Murphy and Herb Jones? And I've always said, I'm like, yo, dude, why are you guys so gung-ho, right? Why are you guys so pressed to go get guys from teams that aren't even winning on their own team? This is my question, right? Trey Murphy and Herb Jones can't even help the Pelicans win games. You think they're going to come to the Lakers and help the Lakers win games? They can't even help their own team win games. But you guys, for some reason, you guys are so fascinated and intrigued by Herb Jones. Even though I tell you guys all the time, the dude is nothing but a skinnier version of Jared Vanderbilt. He's a skinny Vando. He can't shoot. He won't be able to space the floor. And after 10 games of him, shooting 30% from the floor, you guys are going to be saying, he's unplayable just like Vando was, and that he needs to come off the bench. That's all Laker fans are going to do. That's all JJ Redick's going to do. Second he gets here, it's going to be a problem that he can't shoot, even though you guys know he can't shoot before you went and got him. Right? So to me, that just doesn't make any sense. I don't think the strategy, if you're trying to, rebuild this Lakers roster, should be to go get guys from other teams who can't help their own team win. I mean, I don't think that's a smart strategy, if I'm being honest with you guys. So the same thing rings true for hiring, people in the Pelicans front office, right? I mean, how does this make any sense? We're going to go hire somebody from the Pelicans? We're going to go hire the former Pelicans vice president of strategy and operations? Seriously? We're going to go get somebody from the Pelicans? Okay. Not the Thunder? Not the Warriors? Not the Nuggets? Not the Knicks? Okay. The Pelicans. That's a little bit bizarre to me. That's a little bit bizarre, folks. I mean, does anybody not have any questions? I mean, are you guys co-signing this without, asking any questions? I have questions. Why? Why? Why are we hiring people from the Pelicans? What are you trying to turn this into? The Los Angeles Pelicans? I mean, this is a good move to you guys. Oh, okay. You guys like this move. Okay. Right. No, folks. This is stupid. This is stupid, right? Another pointless move from the Lakers. Another lateral move for the Lakers. Another move that isn't going to make a difference. Eric says, who is this nigga? I don't know. I have no clue. We got somebody on Twitter. You said Lakers Twitter been saying it's a great hire all day. Well, Lakers Twitter is, they're ridiculously stupid. So, I wouldn't pay too much attention to what Lakers Twitter is talking about these days. He said the Lakers will be playing basketball at Pelican Bay. He said, watch, every black player on the team will be a non-shooter, only a defender. Okay. Shout out to Iron Man. What's going on, man? He said assistance from OKC or the Spurs or the Wolves. Something. I just think, going to get somebody from the Pelicans, to me, that's just, it's pretty stupid. Now, let's look at what people were saying about it. Yeah. Somebody, Khalid, he hit me up. He said, thoughts. I said, hiring somebody from the Pelicans. It's over, gang. It's over, dude. Rob Pelinka said, made sure the reports say he's under me. Okay. Does that mean Herb Jones to LA or better yet, Trey Murphy? What I tell you guys, chat? What I tell you guys? These people are so thirsty for Herb Jones. I mean, I just don't understand it, dude. You already got Herb Jones on your roster. His name's Jared Vanderbilt. That's exactly what Herb Jones is. He's a skinnier Vando. He can't shoot, just like Vando can't shoot, right? He's going to be a liability on offense. I mean, why are you guys so desperate for Herb Jones? I don't know. Trey Murphy? Okay. Sure. Yeah, sure. He'll be a nice addition. Yeah. Yeah, he'll be nice, you know. He'll be nice. You know, will he be an upgrade to, you know, whoever's on this roster? You know, that could be taking his spot, like maybe a Luke Kennard, for example. Will he be better than that? I doubt it. You know, maybe slightly better, you know, but whatever, you know. You people are insane, man. You said for Laker fans wondering about his experience, apparently he started out in the aerospace industry. Okay. So we're hiring guys that work on airplanes? Is that what the Lakers are doing now, chat? You guys are hiring guys that work on airplanes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, manager flight controls. Okay, senior member of technical staff, guidance and navigation. So he works on planes. Okay. So they're just hiring anybody at this point. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. That's a Laker thing to do. Yeah, let's just hire somebody that used to work on planes. Yeah. I'm sure he knows about basketball. Yeah. You guys see, this is what goes on in the NBA, folks. This is why I laugh when people were critical of Bronny. You know? People were critical of Bronny. Like, oh, why are the Lakers hiring, you know, LeBron's son? Because look at who else they'll hire. They'll hire somebody that works on planes as a executive on the team. I mean, that's why I told you guys, man. People act like, you know, you got to be some qualified person to work within an organization. You don't. Anybody can do these jobs, man. Anybody can do these jobs, folks. All right? Most of the people that work within the NBA, none of these people are qualified, right? They're all a friend of a friend. It's all nepotism, right? All these coaches you guys see, majority of these coaches, I mean, look at the coach of OKC, Mark Daignault. Look at Eric Spoelstra. These guys were in the video room, man. These guys were equipment managers. And now all of a sudden they're coaches. What does that mean? That's why I was trying to tell that clown over on that other channel. You guys remember that clown that used to come over here thinking he was a coach? And then we find out he's a coach of the club basketball team. You guys remember that other nigga, right? He thought he was Darvin Ham. And we find out he was an intramural coach. You guys remember intramurals in middle school? You guys remember intramurals, right? You would show up, you know, an hour before school and play a sport. That's what he was doing. He was coaching an intramural college team, a club basketball team. Not the actual, you know, basketball team. A club basketball team. Right?
You can't just go try to find any player that's 6'10" and say be the center. There's certain qualities that the center is going to need playing next to AD. To me, I would be knocking on the door of the Clippers. I would have been knocking on the door for PJ Tucker.
Folks, I told y'all, man, they'll let anybody coach a team. They'll let anybody coach a team. You know? They'll let the video guy coach the team. They'll let the equipment manager coach the team. Anybody can be a coach. You know, anybody can work in the front office. And at this point, anybody can make the league. I mean, look at Aston. He's not supposed to be in the NBA. Everybody knows that. He doesn't belong. He's not an NBA player, but he's in the NBA. Why? Because they're just letting anybody in the NBA now. So now we've hired a nigga that used to work on planes. Okay. And this was just 2 years ago. Chad, look at this. He was working on planes 2 years ago. In 2024. Not even a full 2 years ago. He was working on planes. Now he's working for the Lakers. He just quit working on planes in September 2024. How you go from working on planes to being the senior director of analytics and innovation for the Pelicans? How does this happen? does working on planes translate to being the director of analytics for the Pelicans? This is diabolically insane, man. Look at this. Look at these clowns, chat. The Lakers are finally fixing the real problem. Not the roster, but the decision-making behind it. Yeah, by hiring somebody that works on planes. Okay. Lakers need to fire Rob Pelinka. He's the worst GM. I don't know how he still has a job. Lakers rebuilding the front office faster than they rebuild the roster. Rohan Ramada's from the Pelicans, though. Sir, the Pelicans have never won anything. What strategy are we importing exactly? I mean, that's what I'm saying. What are we doing here? He said 0 experience, DEI, Nepo hire, type of move by the Fakers. Somebody said, good, maybe we can go from showing interest to actually signing and trading for players. You don't know how much I can't stand when Lakers news comes out and it's about them showing interest to a player that we're not going to get. It's annoying. Look at this clown. Maybe he can convince Herb Jones and Trey Murphy to go to the Lakers. That's it? Raps for the league? Chat, do these people really think getting Herb Jones and Trey Murphy is you're going to beat OKC? You're going to beat the Spurs? We got a report 2 hours ago. Report, OKC could trade their 2 first-round picks this summer in an attempt to move up to land Cam Boozer. So Laker fans think getting another Vando and Herb Jones and Trey Murphy, you guys think you're going to go beat OKC next year? Okay. With the 2 white boys still. Okay. All right. Yeah. Like I said, folks, Laker fans, you guys are cooked, man. You guys are completely cooked. You guys have lost the plot. Once again, like I said, folks, I don't care about this move. It's pointless. It's not going to make a difference, okay? The Lakers have no assets. I don't care who you... Chat, why does it matter who the Lakers sign in the front office? You don't have any assets. What does it matter? You don't have any assets. You don't have any cap space. What difference does it make? Okay, you sign somebody from the Pelicans that used to work on planes. What is that going to do, folks? Phone lines are open. I'm asking a question. What is this going to do?
Yeah, I gotta be honest, Big Tone. I had to fall back from your boy, man, the locker room, man.
Man, I went up tell you, I've been telling you, nigga, you ain't want to listen.
Nah, it's not that I didn't.
That boy is a two-way player, bro. He's the only
two-way player.
He's a two-way player, bro. He's the only nigga that keep LeBron picture up no matter what he's talking about.
Yo, Big Tone, this dude was talking. Like, my thing is, anytime you beat him in a debate, he always got a condescending narrative, like, oh, you guys don't know basketball and all of this shit. So I'm like, all right, well, debate me then. He like, oh, nobody debates. We just fans. Our debates don't matter. And I'm like, so why the fuck you got a show called The Smoke Show? Like, it's just too much of moving the goalposts for me. And it's like, I just did basketball talk. I ain't talk about none of the extra corny shit he was doing, but just basketball talk. When it came down to basketball content, I was whooping his ass. And he got disrespectful. He got disrespectful to somebody on my panel, so I stopped fuck with him. You know how I know it was bad? He came all the way. He came to my Facebook. Like I never seen nobody go from like look sorting somebody out on Facebook from YouTube.
You heard his
Like,
feelings.
bruh,
Yeah,
I went to his page. He kept calling. He kept putting my picture. I said, yo, you keep putting my picture up. In fanhood, there's levels in fanhood. You a fanboy because you don't represent the hood, you represent the player. So don't pretend that representing a player and representing a team is the same thing. So watch your fanboy mouth anytime you vlog on my name. Let's slow it down.
We got Unforgiving Sounds with the $2 super chat. He says, "Who the white boy the Lakers are looking at pre-draft?" I don't know. I've never heard of the dude. I've never heard of the dude before. But I don't think it's a coincidence that once again they're looking for another white boy. So once again, chat, I don't think it matters who the Lakers sign in the front office, man. All right? I don't think it matters, folks. Villanova forward Duke Brennan is scheduled to have a pre-draft workout with the Lakers on Tuesday. This is who the Lakers are trying to sign, chat. Dalton Connect's older brother. Meet your new Meet your new starting center, Laker fans. GG's, folks. GG's. It's over, man. We got F You Mean. Incredible stuff, man. F You Mean, what's going on, man? Yo, F You Mean, you're on mute, man. What you got? Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but meet you guys' new starting center, folks. Like I said, chat, it's over, man. This is the I told you guys, this is the Ku Klux Klan, man. This is the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, I'm 100 now.
Yo, F You Mean, what's going on, man?
Man, it's the same old, same old. It's just enough to make somebody feel like they doing something, but in the end, like you said earlier, it's a lateral move, man. And what is it gonna do? Only thing it's gonna do is make sure that them two pink toes get the money that they want them to get. That's it. That's all they worried about. They ain't worried about nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, once again, you know, you don't have any assets. So, I mean, I don't care who you sign, you know, you don't have any assets. You know, so it don't matter who you add to the GM staff, to Rob Pelinka's staff, like you can't make assets appear out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like
Right, like the airport thing is crazy. Like, was he working in luggage or something? Like for real, bro. Like they just get people. That's wild, bro. And they worried about Roddy, but stuff like this going on. But see, that's the one thing that I do appreciate the most about you, Reg. You be like putting a microscope on stuff that the microscope need to be on. All this other stuff don't matter, but that right there, this man is finna get millions of dollars for what? What does his resume say? Airport luggage? Fuck, get out of here, man. Cut it out. Stop.
exactly. We got 444. 444. What's your thoughts on the Lakers' new hire? I mean, what do you think, man?
Yeah, it gets funnier and funnier, man. This is a joke. So what do they expect him to do exactly? You say what? Working under Rob Pelinka, manager? What was it?
Yeah, they said the Lakers are hiring former Pelicans vice president of strategy and operations as an assistant general manager under Rob Pelinka.
So then my question is, what has he done?
I was just about to go there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to say, because somebody pointed it out in the comments. They said he came from the aerospace industry, and he just stopped doing that in 2024. So he's only been with the Pelicans really for less than 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was with the Pelicans for 1 year and 9 months. So he didn't have that. He didn't have that much experience with the Pelicans.
Exactly, and I mean, where are the Pelicans? I mean, how has his hire for the Pelicans? How has it benefited the Pelicans? You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to figure out what. That's why I said this whole NBA stuff is a Ponzi scheme, man. There's just a lot of moving parts that are pointless. They're cover screens. Look at the guy. Does he really look like he's even remotely interested in the game of basketball? He doesn't.
That might have been somebody that Kuzma was dating, like for real.
For sure. You know, yeah. And then as far as this white center, you would think that they would learn from the troubles that OKC is having as it relates to their center. I mean, Chet is a nobody in the face of, I mean, let's just be honest, Wemby. I mean, this is a matchup, and he's a no-show. So, you know, I don't get what they're doing when we're seeing white centers not even perform when the spotlight is on them and when they have to go against real competition. Look at Jokic. When Jokic is going up against real competition, meaning that someone that can match his size, matches everything, he shows up quite small. So I don't know what this center is going to do.
Yeah, we got DC Rue. What's going on, man?
Yo, what up? What's good, y'all? What's good, Reg?
What's your thoughts, man? Lakers new hire.
My thoughts on this is when I saw the news come out, I was like, what? Like, who the hell is this? Like, this is not David Griffin. This is not, you know, someone that, you know, is known, that we all know. Someone that has a name. Ujiri. Exactly. Someone that has a name. Someone that has value. Exactly. Well, they were never going to hire Nico anyway because of what happened with the whole thing with Luka. But I mean, that was wishful thinking. If they would have hired Nico, that would have been some breaking news, and that would have been a big storyline in LA moving forward this season. But when I saw the guy, when the news broke, I was like, who is this guy? How much experience does he have? Where was he a GM at? And then I started looking at, you know, the information. I mean, the guy's pretty much a nobody. The reason why they hired the guy is because the guy's like some freaking nerd that was like, you know, pretty much, I mean, they got him to be an assistant general manager because he went to school for analytics. So he's a numbers guy. So when it comes to, remember, Rob Pelinka he's never had experience. He was Kobe Bryant's agent. A lot of people don't respect him they don't respect him in the league. So this guy, you know, even though Rob Pelinka is a lawyer, this guy, you know, supposedly is like, I got my master's degree, I'm smart, I have no experience, but, you know, I went to school for analytics, I'm going to be under Rob Pelinka. So how I'm viewing this is there's a possibility that the Lakers could fire Rob Pelinka, right? And this guy is going to take over. You know, I did the research on it, and yeah, you know, Jeannie Buzz people are saying, oh, well, Jeannie the Lakers are not going to fire Rob Pelinka because Jeannie Buss gave Rob Pelinka a contract. But you could look at it from another standpoint, and you could say, well, Jeannie Buss gave Rob Pelinka the new contract because she knew prior to giving him the contract that she was going to sell the team, and when new ownership came in, they were going to fire Rob eventually anyway. But I mean, yeah, bro, that's my take on it. To be honest with you, I mean, the guy is a numbers guy. He's an analytic guy, you know. But anything else after that, as far as him making major moves, I seen them working with the Pelicans, but like, I mean, he was not behind the Zion, them drafting Zion. He was not behind the trade with Anthony Davis. I don't know what kind of information about this guy. Just, he's a smart guy. He's a nerd.
Yeah, I think, I mean, if they're hiring him to be an assistant under Rob, they're essentially hiring him to be a flunky, a store runner, essentially.
Pretty much.
So if that's the case, then I mean, how is this like even news? It's not even really news if we're being honest, because he's gonna be assisting Rob. Okay, so now we have another. Pretty much. So now we have another guy who doesn't know what he's doing, assisting Rob Pelinka. I mean, it's fries.
It's the thing also too is this that supposedly there's no cap salary in the front office like it is players. So there could be another breaking news within a couple of weeks of them hiring someone Joe Blow that we don't even know, another assistant of this guy Rohan or whatever his name is. And yeah, like I said, yeah, the only thing I know is the guy, yeah, he got a master's degree. He's a smart guy. He went to school for, analytics or something of that nature. So he's good with numbers. But, like, how is that going to help us to produce a championship team? Like, it really doesn't. Like, if you're telling me we went out and we went to go hire David Griffin or Bob Myers or, Yesiah Jerry or Nico Harrison, that's different because these guys got experience. Or Elton Brand, right? These guys got experience. Yeah, I would even put Brad Stevens in there. Brad Stevens got more experience than this guy, but we didn't do that. So I don't know where does this put the Lakers at. I mean, to be honest with you, it doesn't really do nothing. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much said it already. I mean, it's another lateral pointless move. I mean, this shouldn't have even been breaking news or anything. I mean, it's not important. Like, at the end of the day,
what's 444 thing, Reg?
He hung up. So, or he dropped out. But
yeah.
But yeah, it's fries. It's not a consequential move.
No, it's not. This doesn't do nothing for the Lakers. It doesn't at all. This is not, to me,
They do the same thing every year. They do something that don't mean nothing, and then they get the mayonnaise boys to make it sound like it's really something to get people pumped. I'm done, bro. Like, it's just it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap, bro.
Well, the thing is, bro, is at the end of the day, now this is not a mom and pops, franchise, a business no more. So it's being ran by someone that got money, that got leverage, and someone that's winning championships in another sport. And he's trying to bring that mind frame and that mindset into the Lakers.
And that sound good, but we all know Rob Pelinka need to be the first order of business to get him up out of there. They not having.
And it's going to happen, bro. Bro, it's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually. It will happen.
But my thing is that to me, it's still too little too late. Because.
For what?
It's too little too late for the Lakers to build a championship roster within the next 5 to 10 years. It's not happening. So if anybody is watching the Lakers or think that, any move that they make, whether it's in the front office or whatever in the draft. There's no move you're gonna make that's gonna catch you up to OKC. They have 2 first-round picks. Let's say they beat the Spurs and they go on and win the championship. They have 2 first-round picks. They just reported they could trade those 2 first-round picks to trade up to go get Cam Boozer from Duke. What trade are you gonna make? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what they do. What trade are you gonna make to where you're gonna catch OKC? You're gonna catch the Spurs.
Not. And Reg, don't forget that if both of them would have played, both of them pink toes would have played, we probably would have lost to Houston. Like, for real. Like, for real, bro.
Nah, seriously.
Yeah.
So just that alone, just them 2 on the court is murder, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. If your strategy this summer is to still build around 2 white dudes, I don't care what you do. I don't care who you hire, what you do. It's not going to be successful. They have a foundational problem on the Lakers. It starts with Rob Pelinka. He's the one drafting all these white boys. He's the one that traded for Luka. He's the one that did all this goofy stuff. If you don't get rid of him, I don't care what you do. Ain't nothing gonna matter.
And you know what, Reg? I'll be honest with you. I don't care if you purple, if you're Indian, if you're FBA, if you're Dominican, Puerto Rican. If you can ball, you deserve to be on the court. Like, okay, for example, Alex Caruso, he's a baller. He can play both sides of the court, both sides of the ball. He gets right in your face. And there's a possibility he can win a 3rd championship. But these guys are not it. They and also, I'll be honest with you, Reg, what I can see is, because Luka's contract is going to be up in 2028, I can see Luka potentially walking away from the Lakers if they don't trade him. Because remember, they said, Rob Pelinka said that he was going to build a championship team around Luka, right? And Luka's been on the team for 2 years now. 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know, Reg.
Yeah, listen, I do got to get up out of here. I wasn't going to be on this show too long, DC Rue and F, you mean? So, yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, but I'll be back a little bit later. But,
All right,
yeah.
bet, man.
Yeah.
Who you got, Reg? Who you got, the Knicks or the Cavs closing out?
Go ahead and get the brooms out, man. Yeah. Go ahead and get the brooms out and
Hey, Reg, and I'm gonna be honest with you too. If the Spurs lose this series, the Spurs is 1 or 2 pieces away from winning a championship. Because I don't think they got what it takes this year. Because OKC, they just got a bench and they don't even have to play these guys like Jalen Williams and Mitchell. Who was it? Mitchell was out yesterday, and they still were balling. So yeah, man, it's just the Lakers. They just, man, they got a lot of work to do, man. But yeah, man, I'll holler at you on the show later, man.
All right, DC Rue.
All right, Reg.
All right, if you mean.
You out?
Yeah. I got to run
Okay,
4 for 4. You got any final thoughts, though?
Oh, no, I got you. I'll catch you on the next one then.
All right, 4 for 4. Appreciate you, bro.
Right.
All right. Yeah, folks, it's fries for the fakers. It's fries. Like I said, they're just hiring anybody at this point. So, yeah, you're hiring an assistant under Rob Pelinka. You need to fire Rob Pelinka, He's the one that traded for Luka. He's the one that, drafted Dalton. He's the one doing all these moves. So if he's still going to be here, like I said, I don't care what you do. You're not catching OKC anytime soon. You're not catching, the Spurs. You're not catching the Wizards. You're not catching the Jazz anytime soon. Those are going to be the new teams. You're not catching the Mavericks, right? Like, you're not catching these teams that got young talent and draft picks. You're not catching those teams. You got 2 30-year-olds, Luka and Aston. No, it's not going to work, folks. But like I said, I'll be back a little bit later, man. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. I'm out, man. Peace.
Let's go to this one. Jamal Murray won a chip. Don't want to hear it. Oh, I'm assuming that was to your comment, Jason, about other guards that have struggled in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I think that Denver Nuggets team wins the title if Austin Reeves from this year is healthy and in rhythm next to Jokic.
Think this year's Denver Nuggets?
No, from 2023.
Oh, for 2020. Okay, gotcha.
Not to say, like, guys, I do think Jamal Murray is proven to be a better playoff player than Austin. My point is the point I was trying to make is, like, as the league has gotten more physical and the best teams in the league have been so good on defense, skill guards all around the league are struggling. Like, Jalen Brunson is really the only dude who's, like, thriving as, like, a small, unathletic on-ball guard in this environment.
And Jalen Brunson is very, very physically strong. That certainly helps him in that type of situation.
Good point.